To break down. Who knows one of the definitions for breaking down? When a person breaks down and when a car breaks down, what are some of the multiple meanings for breakdown? I'm curious to know who knows of any. Suddenly stop working. Yes, that one is mostly for mechanics. One definition for breaking down is usually when a car or something mechanical stops working. Even if your computer stops working, some people may say, my laptop broke down yesterday. It just stopped working. Usually something that deals with some sort of electronics. Now, there's not that much electricity used with cars, but I believe when they start, they need a battery to help it start. So there is some electronic work in there. So basically with things that have some sort of electronic use, when it stops working, we say it broke down. So it is non-separable in this meaning. So if your car breaks down, you can't say, I broke my car down. It doesn't work that way. It's my car broke down. It stopped working and it broke down. Or my laptop stopped working because of a virus and it broke down. It is non-separable. You cannot separate it. And you don't need another word to add after it. You can just say the car broke down. You don't have to say the car broke down something. No, the car broke down, as in it broke down itself. All right, so it is non-separable. Do not try to separate it. But there are some other definitions to break down, to separate in pieces. No, not in the definition I just gave, but there is another one. Another definition is to break into pieces, to split into pieces when you break something down. So for example, let's say there's a big thing of Legos. You know Legos, where people put Legos together. They put all the Legos together and stuff. And it's like, oh, wow, there's a lot of Legos here. Let's break it down and start over. Let's do something better. That means to bring all the parts apart, then put them back together in a different way. Now, in that case, breakdown is separable with this meaning. So you can say, please break the Legos down. Please break the Legos down. I want to start all over again. Okay, it is separable with this definition. With this second definition, it is separable. So something else you can break down. Let's say you just built some new cabinet. You just went to IKEA and you made a new shelf to put all your books, a new shelf. You can say, I think I need to break this shelf down because I might have put it together incorrectly. I think I need to break this shelf down because I built it incorrectly. So it is separable in that meaning. But there's another one for breakdown. And yes, collapse mentally. There's one for people when we break down. Now, for this meaning, when people lose their minds, it is non-separable. So when someone breaks down, that means, or when someone's breaking down, that means they're becoming very, very sad. Very sad. Very sad. People break down when something really bad happens in their life. So maybe a very close family member died in your family and you don't know how to handle it. So you break down. You cry all the time. You don't eat. Some people, when they break down, they eat a lot. So some people, they stop eating. Other people, they eat a lot. They become depressed. That is when you break down. It means you totally get really, really sad because something bad happened in your life and you feel terrible about it, okay? So that's breaking down, another phrasal verb. But it's also used as a noun. You could say, I had a breakdown yesterday. I had a terrible breakdown. My wife left me. I saw my wife kissing another man. I had a breakdown instantly, okay? So those are a lot of definitions for it. But there's another one. There's another definition for breakdown. This one has a lot of definitions to it. Another one for breakdown is basically to explain something more clearly. To explain something more clearly. Basically, to explain something in all the parts so it can be easy to understand as possible for the person listening. So, for example, let's say I'm watching football, American football. I'm watching American football with a girl. And I'm like, man, I love football. And she goes, I don't understand. Can you break it down for me? She would say, can you break it down for me? Which means to explain it in a simpler way. And I'll say, okay, I'll break it down. There's two teams on the field, 11 guys on one team, 11 guys on another team. One team is the offense. They have the ball. The other team is the defense. They don't have the ball. The offense has a leader. He is the quarterback. His job is to try the best to make sure the team gets the ball all the way to the other end of the field. That's me basically try to break it down or try to explain it to her in a much simple way possible, in the simplest way possible. That is another way to break down, okay? So yes, we actually just got 4 for breakdown. We got your car stops working. You have real mental issues because of sadness. To explain something to someone in the simplest ways possible, and to take something apart. Now, depending on the definition, I told you already, sometimes they're separable, sometimes they're non-separable. But hopefully, you guys got all that down. So let me remind you one more time. To break down mentally, non-separable. To break down, as in bring the pieces apart, separable. To break down like a car, if a car breaks down, non-separable. And to break down for explanation, separable. Okay? Got it. So you could break football down to someone so they can understand it. Next one we want to get to, because we spent a lot of time on breakdown. Next one we want to get to is to call off. To call off. Call off. What does it mean to call? First of all, is this separable or non-separable? Who knows if call off is separable or non-separable? Separable or non-separable? Any other answers for separable? We'll call off? Okay, at least we got one answer. Well, call off is separable. Call off is separable, and it means to cancel. It's separable, and it means to cancel. So, for example, I can say, I'm going to call the date off. I'm going to call the date off. Now, this is transitive, which means it has to have an object, basically. So I would say, I'm going to call the date off. That means I'm canceling the date. I'm going to call the date off because I don't want it. Or let's say there's a meeting. A bunch of business people come together to talk about the business. If I'm the boss and I don't want it to happen anymore, I can say, hey, secretary, call off the meeting. Or I can say, hey, secretary, call the meeting off. But I wouldn't be able to say, hey, secretary, call off. What? Call off what? It needs something there because it's transitive. It needs a subject there. It needs something to talk about. You need something to call off, okay? And if you're not calling something off, it makes no sense. You need something to call off. So you can call off a meeting. You can call off an engagement. You can call off a date. But you can't just call off by itself. It needs something to talk about. You need an object, not a subject. You need an object to talk about, okay? So you can call off a meeting, call off a date. You can call off a friendship. You can call off a wedding. People, yeah, I see call off a wedding. She cheated on me. That's a perfect sentence, Omar. That is hilarious. Call off the wedding. She cheated on me. That's a good one. I was just going to say that. Call off the meeting versus call the meeting off are both correct. Yes, because it is separable. It is separable, and you have the object in between them. Yes, call off the meeting or call the meeting off. They are both the same exact. Can you call off your work? No. It doesn't. What you're thinking of is I call out. Call off from work. Not with the same definition, because call off has many definitions. But when it comes to the definition we're talking about right now, it doesn't work for work, because when you call off something or call something off, that means you have the power to stop it. You control it. Usually when you're a worker, you're an employee, you don't really have the power to just tell your boss, hey, I'm calling off my work today because I don't want to work. No. You're calling, asking for a day off, or you're canceling your work. Not canceling, but you're calling out. It's calling out. You're calling out from work today. That's what it is. Out, not off. It's out. Like you're not going to be there. Okay, that's calling out from work. All right, there we go. Almost got confused. So that's the call off for one definition. And there's another one too, which is very similar, but this one's usually used for people who are about to attack or an animal that's about to attack. Okay, so a lot of times maybe your dog is about to bite somebody, it's best for you to call off the attack. Stop, dog, stop. That's calling off the dog. That's calling the dog off from the attack. It's used a lot for attacks. If you wanted your brother to beat up your ex-boyfriend for hitting you, but then you found out you still love your ex-boyfriend, you will have to tell your brother to call off that attack because you do not want him to be hit. That is how it works, okay? I think that it is not possible. You are fired then. No, you can call out from work, but you can't call work off. If you call off, exactly, if you call off your work, you're fired. If you call out from work, that means you got a day off, but you can still be fired. You could call out from work and still be fired, get fired. Maybe the boss won't believe you. Maybe he'll think you're lying because he's looking at you. He probably has someone spying on you. He sees you in a club partying and stuff. Yeah, I have to call out from work today. I'm sick, and you're in the club partying. You can still get fired. That is some good juice. Yablaka basic. It's pretty damn good, all right? So that's call off. Let's go to the next one we're going to work on. How about we get to, we did check in already. We're not going to do that. We did eat out, so we're not going to do that. Let's do fall out. We're going to do fall out. What does it mean to, separable or non-separable? What does it mean to fall out? To chill out? Consequence? That's a noun, a fallout. That's the noun. Smash? No. Me and my friend had a fallout yesterday. I hope we don't have a fallout or something like that. I don't want to fall out from my friends. I don't want me and my friends to have a fallout. Fight? Yeah, close. A fallout. Basically, when it comes to relationships, a fallout is basically when two or more people, to have a fallout or to fall out with someone is when two or more people are angry with each other over whatever. So it could be a friendship, it could be a relationship. When two people fall out, it means they're having a fight, or it means they're just having some kind of miscommunication, or some kind of, they just don't understand each other, and so they're not friends anymore. They're not talking anymore. Same things with relationships. If you and your lover fall out, that means you stop talking to each other because you have a disagreement. That's to fall out. So I've had good friends in the past, and I fell out with some of them because we just didn't agree with each other. We agreed to disagree and not talk anymore. That's the fall out. And when it comes, yes, it is non-separable. You can't say, I'm going to fall my friend out. No, it's me and my friend fell out yesterday, so we're not talking anymore. Or me and my friend are having a fallout. We don't want to talk anymore. So fallout is non-separable, and it means to basically stop. Am I in Russia? Yes, I'm in Russia. I've been in Russia for a long time, okay? Now let's go to the next one, because fallout is easy. But but honestly, with fallout, the noun is used more than the phrasal verb. Like a falling out, that's used more commonly. So for example, I think those two are about to fall out. I think they're about to have a fallout. I think they're about to have a fallout, okay? They're both used as a noun and as a phrasal verb. They're both used very, very often, okay? Now let's get to the next one. Let's get to, we did this one. We did get up. We did give up. Let's try give up again. What does it mean to give up? What is give up? What does it mean to give up? I say, oh man, this my only chance. Hold on. Surrender. Yeah, that's one. Surrender. Yeah. Don't go ahead. Yes. Is it separable or non-separable? Is it separable or non-separable? Give up. I want to give up. I think I should give it up. I think I should give smoking up. Does that work? I think I should give my ex-wife up. Does that work? I won't give it up. Separable. Absolutely separable. Yes, I won't give it up. Now, does this have to have an object? When you use give up, does it need an object? Can I just say I give up? Or do I have to say I give smoking up? Does it need an object? Or can I just say I give up? Is that okay? Does it need a subject and an object, or just subject? No, it's not. Yes, it's not. It doesn't have to be transitive. It doesn't have to be intransitive. It's both ways. You could say, I give up, or I give smoking up. You can use either one. And you can separate it too. I give up, or I give smoking up, or I gave smoking up, or I'm giving smoking up because it's not good for me. All of that works. So this one is one of the easiest phrasal verbs to use because you can use it in many, many different ways. So if you can, while we're here, it'd be great if you could write something you gave up recently. And I'm going to write something I gave up recently too. Something you gave up. Something that's good that you gave up. Something that I gave up recently. Something I gave up. Something I gave, either something you gave up or something you gave up on. I just don't remember anything recently I gave up. Oh, I gave up playing Call of Duty. I gave up playing Call of Duty. I gave up on learning Russian. I just give up. That's a good one. I gave up on Russian girls. Hey, that's your choice. Transit, it's both. Either one. You can use it either way. The president gave up. Okay, it's a good sentence. I gave up on you. Oh, Bоже mой. Who's this? Let's see what this is. Mario the devil. No, the devil gave up on me. That's it? No one else gave up anything? No, that's it? Or gave up on something? What's wrong with Russian girls, Edgar? Nothing's wrong. He just gave up maybe because he married someone and now he's ready to settle down. Everyone's asking about Russian girls. Why did you give up on Russian girls? That is hilarious. I won't give up learning Russian. Perfect. And I'm pretty sure most of you won't give up learning English. Now, why are you guys working out? Oh, you gave up working out? Unfortunately, I did too. But I promised myself I'm going to get back into it once I, have some more free time and stop partying and stuff all around. That's my problem right now. I gave up on working out because I was partying and doing all this stuff and blah, 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 and all this crap that I don't need to do. All right. Next one. Next one is to hang. To hang, Phil, let's go. No, next one is to hang around. What does it mean to hang around? When you're hanging around, what does that mean when you hang around? Who knows this one? To hang around. Flickering, though, no. Also, no one. Walk freely? No, not for hang around. Work out, figure out. I'm getting addicted. No one knows hang around? To spend some time with someone? All right. I can say I've been hanging around with Lisa lately. But it's more, hanging around is more specifically about a place. It's more about a place. It's more about an area more than person. So when you hang around people or you hang around a place, that means you're around that place, or you are near that place or person a lot. All right, so I hang around Novosibirsk a lot because I basically live here for the next maybe year or something like that. I don't know. But I hang around Novosibirsk a lot because I'm here. Also, who do I hang around? I hang around scientists a lot. You can always catch me hanging around scientists because there's a lot of smart people in Akademgarodok. That's a neighborhood very close to Novosibirsk, or is it in Novosibirsk? Well, I think it's in Novosibirsk. It's a place called Akademgarodok, and I hang around that area sometimes, and I hang around a lot with the people. Now, this is non-separable. It's non-separable. You cannot use this separate. I hang Phil around. No, that means you're trying to kill me. So that doesn't work. This is non-separable. And also, you can say this with, you can also use this transitive and intransitive. So you can say, I hang around a lot. I hang around. You don't have to add anything. You don't have to add an object. Hey, I hang around. But you can add an object. Hey, I hang around the corner all the time. I'm always hanging out around the corner. I like to hang around the corner on my free time, okay? So that's how, a lot of time with someone or somewhere. You guys got to remember, it's not only about someone, it's also about somewhere. Someone lived in Akademgarodok. Oh, Yanechka. You're from Novosibirsk? That's kruto. Novosibirsk. I know Yanechka. She's on my friends list. I'm contacting. Okay? So let's get to another one. I want to teach you a slang one. And this one's going to be very interesting because I know you guys know a lot of slang. Okay. All right. Let's try this one. This one is to bang out. This one is slang. It's not proper English. It's a common slang, to bang out. What does it mean to bang out? What does that mean in slang? I don't think anyone's going to know this one, but I'll give you 5 seconds to see if anyone's going to guess it. To bang out. Well, basically in slang, to bang out means to fight. It means to fight, and usually it's a prison term to fight with weapons. So a lot of slang or ebonics, slang and ebonics are different, but a lot of black people slang, a lot of it comes from prison. So when someone says you have to bang out, that means you have to fight. So if you listen to a rap song and the guy's like, yeah, I banged out many times, it could be either to fight with knives or fight with a gun. Banging out basically means to battle. To battle. Usually with your fists, guns, or knives. That's to bang out. And it's funny because each like there's 3 of them. Shooting, stabbing, or punching. This is punching. I have nothing to stab with. Okay, this is stabbing. Okay. And this is shooting. They're all called bang in slang. All of them. This is banging someone, and this is banging someone. That's why they're all considered banging out, okay? So that is just a slang street term for fighting or getting in some sort of battle. Yeah, so you learned something new. Bang out, Phil, you have nothing to stab with. What about your third leg? Ha ha ha, that's funny. Sometimes I give lessons, I'm not wearing any pants, so I won't get to that. Excellent, so that's a slang one. Let's get to the next one. Let's get to something I didn't teach. Hang up. I taught hang up. Hurry up. I taught hurry up. Join in. That one's too easy. Live up to. Okay. Let's do live up to. Live up to. What does it mean to live up to something or live up to someone? To live up to. What does it mean to live up to? I want to live up to my father's expectations. I want to live up to my mother's, I'll live up to my mother's expectations, whatever. What does it mean to live up? Yes, to fulfill, to satisfy, or to meet. To accept the rules. Well, it could be that too, but first let's do this to satisfy. So basically, with the first definition to satisfy, it's like, let's say my father had expectations of me to be a scientist. In order for me to live up to his expectations, I would have to grow up to be a scientist or something better. That's because I'm satisfying what he expected of me, okay? It's all about expectations. That's what it's all about. If I was a rapper and I came out with a new album and everyone's like, oh, wow, that's cool. Philosco or Philco has a new album. We think 1 million of these are going to sell. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to sell 1 million albums. Easy. If I don't sell, if I don't sell 1 million albums, I did not live up to the expectations. I did not live up to the expectations, and it makes me look bad. So in order to keep up with what you think will happen for yourself, especially when you say it, like, I'm going to win this fight. I'm going to win this fight. You have to win the fight. Because if you do not win the fight, you did not live up to your word. And you did not live up to what you thought would happen. You did not even live up to your own personal expectations. Living up to something is all about expectations and meeting those expectations with actions, with positive actions, okay? So that's why it's kind of up. That's why we kind of use up here, because basically when you do good things, is basically you're going up as a person. We say he's doing things good in life, he's going up. When you're doing bad things, that's more down, like he's going down in life, or people look down on him because he does nothing. So to live up means to meet the positive expectations you have or someone has for you, okay? It's very, very important. So if you made your parents happy, I'm pretty sure that means you lived up to the expectations that you would grow up to be somebody good in the world, okay? That's how that works. Now, let's get to the next one. We're going to do about 10 more. Then we're going to get to some more fun stuff because I know you guys like fun stuff. How about to make something up? What does it mean to make something up? What does that mean, to make something up? Chicken out. Chicken out is completely different. May I say I live up to dress well? No, that one doesn't work. And leave peacefully. No, it's not that. To make something up. What does it mean to make something up? Who knows this one, to make something up? Reconcile? No, no, no. You could say like compensate for something lost. Oh no, everyone's getting this one wrong. No, that's to make up for something or to make it up to someone. But to make something up, yes, imagine or invent, both of them. It's both of them. To imagine or invent. So for example, there's actually, it's not, yeah, there's three. Lie, imagine, or invent. So let me tell you, let me explain the differences between all three. If you're lying, that's like you're in court and they're saying, hey, did you kill this guy? And you're like, no, he fell down the stairs and, he just died. Everyone knows you're making that up because you're lying. They all know you're lying. They can tell you're lying. You're saying things on purpose that you know aren't true. That's when you're making something up. Another way to make something up is when you're inventing something. You invented something new. So let's say someone's, hey, I just made up a new dance. New dance does this dance. And it was like, did you really make that up? I'm like, you can say, yes, I made that dance up. I've never seen anyone else do it. So at least to my knowledge, I'm the first to do it. I'm invented it. I'm making this up. I invented it. And another version of making something up is kind of like when you're, like, let's say you have a medical problem and you start hallucinating and you think things are happening. So, how do I put it? Hallucination. Like, I hope you guys understand that word. Anyone know that word, hallucination? It's like when your brain is showing you things that aren't real. Like when, like, you get hit in the head or you're very sick and you start seeing things that you think are real, but they're not, okay? That's having an hallucination. And when you have hallucinations, you start making things up. You say, oh my God, there was a guy sitting here earlier. He was sitting there. Now, you're not lying because you really believe it's true, but you are hallucinating, so you're making it up, okay? So you're making something up. You're lying. You could be also greatly mistaken, or you could have invented something that you think no one else has invented, done, or said. You're basically being the first, okay? So that's how that one works, to make something up. If you've ever made something up before, you're the first to do it, and that's pretty cool. I think I've made things up. I've made something up. I think I was the first person. I invented a new way to use Contacte. I think I made that up. I was the first person to say, hey, I'm going to make YouTube videos for groups on VK and put their logo on my videos. I made that up. I was the first person to do it. Now, a lot of people do it, but I was the first one to do it because I don't remember any group on VK having YouTubers making videos for them with their logo on it. According to my knowledge, I was the first person to do that. More than 3 years and still going. So that's something I made up. All right. Excelente. Let's move on. I think there's something I'm pressing when that happens, because that always happens when I try to change the word. So that might be me doing that. So that's my fault. Okay, but let's move on. Let's not let it stop us. Let's not let it stop us. Move in. I taught you guys move in. Move out. I taught you guys move out. Phone up. Oh, no one uses that. It's weird. Pick up. Pick up. Okay, let's do pick up. Yeah, let's do pick up. We could do pick up. What does it mean to pick up? To pick someone up? What does it mean to pick someone up? Let's do that first. What does it mean to pick someone up? To pick someone up. Pick someone up. What does that mean? To give somebody a lift. Exactly. There's two for it. There's two for picking someone up. There's two. One for picking someone up is to give them a ride in your car or on your motorcycle or in your truck. or on your airplane or in your boat. Basically, usually car is when you let someone get in your car and you take them somewhere. That's picking them up. Usually you drive to them, they come out their house, get in your car, then you go somewhere else. That's picking someone up. Now, when you pick people up, usually it's because you're going to be together. You give someone a ride. That's when you pick someone up. But there's another definition for this. Let's say if a friend of mine were to say, hey, Phil, let's go to the club tonight. I'm going to try to pick up some chicks. I'm going to try to pick up some chicks. Let's go try to pick up some chicks tonight. Let's go try to pick some chicks up and shit. What does that mean? To pick up some chicks. From stage to home, take someone with you. But now we're doing a different version. To pick up a girl. Basically to get a girl. So if you go to the club, you want to pick up a girl, that means you want to get her phone number. You want her to like you. You want to spend time with her. You want to play Xbox with her. You want to do many things with her. But in order to do that, you have to pick her up first. You have to make her interested in you. You have to get her phone number. She has to want to see you again. That's when you pick her up. When you make her like you and you start hanging out afterwards. That's to pick up a girl. A guy who's known to have a lot of girls is usually called, there's a special name for that, a nice name. He's a pickup artist. He's known as a pickup artist. A pickup artist is a guy who's good at approaching women and making the woman like him. So he could walk up to a woman. It's not womanizer. He could walk up to a woman and say something like, how to pick up chicks. Ha ha! That's great. How to pick up chicks. That is awesome. That is adorable too. That is really adorable. I like that. I'm going to use that in one of my videos. But a pickup artist is a guy who's good at approaching women and saying very romantic things to them and getting those girls to like him. So a pickup artist can walk up to a girl and say, hey, excuse me, miss, you're very beautiful. I just wanted you to know that you're the most beautiful girl I've seen in about a year. So can I please get your phone number? As you can tell, I'm not a pickup artist. I don't know how to be romantic. I don't know how to sweep women off their feet. I don't know how to do that because I'm not a pickup artist. I've never been a pickup artist in Russia. In America, I was okay. In Russia, I am not a pickup artist because I don't talk to anybody. I wait for them to talk to me. So the girls who you see hanging around me, they're pickup artists because they started talking to me first. So that's how that works. All right. Excellent. In the life of a Mac. Yes, a person who's a pickup artist is also known as a Mac. A Mac, a pimp, big shot, whatever you want to call him. Girls will call him an asshole. Girls call him an asshole, but guys call him a god. Okay. Let's get to another one. Let's do read on, rely on. No, not rely on. Rub out. I don't think I want to teach this. Okay. This is British. This is British. This is completely British because we would not say this in English at all. What does it mean to rub out? This is a normal British phrasal verb. What does it mean to rub out? Anyone know this one? Pick up tab, pay something yourself. Rub out. I gotta read the definition. From surface of rubbing wife. No. It's simple. It's just what I thought. It's simple. Wash, make out, to kill. Well, in slang, rub out is to kill. Yeah. But yes, somebody got it. Somebody did get it. It was I love you. Wow. I love you has yamachka. To rub out means to erase. To erase. Now, we're going to have to discuss rub out for a while here because we're going to have to discuss this one for a little while because I'll tell you. Now, in British English, when you rub something out, which it's separable, you are erasing with your eraser and you're scratching things. I don't have one, but it's when you on your paper and you rub out the erasable ink, or you're rubbing out the lead from the pencil, you're erasing. That's to rub out. Now, they call it to rub out basically because, you use a rubber as well. When you do it, the eraser is made out of rubber, and in British English, the eraser is known as a rubber. So you rub out things with your rubber. You rub it out with your rubber. That's okay. So in British English, this sentence right here, you rub it out with your rubber. In British English, this is absolutely okay. This sentence, there's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely fine. Only thing this means is to erase your words with your eraser. That's all that means. Now, does anyone know what this means in American English? To rub one out with your rubber? This has a completely different meaning in American English. Abstract, wear off. That's another way rub out can. That's another way you can use it. But in American English, this means to masturbate while wearing a condom. In American English, this means to masturbate while wearing a condom. Why? Well, in American English, when you rub one out or you're going to rub it out, that means you're masturbating. I think it's just for guys. Yeah, you said it. I might have missed it, but thanks, Edgar, you said it. Whoa, the rival clans were rubbing each other out, threatening to rub out anyone who informs of them. Now, see, in British English, that's okay, but in American English, what you just wrote, who was that? What you just wrote, Omar, it's like a bunch of guys threatening to masturbate each other if they don't listen to each other. So to rub it out or rub one out in American English means to masturbate, and a rubber in American English is a condom. So it's completely different here. So if I go to the store and I say, hey, I need a rubber, if you give me an eraser, I'm going to get mad at you because I'm going to be expecting a condom because I have a lovely lady to spend time with. So if a British kid, like a British child, like 13 years old, comes to America, he goes to the store, excuse me, hurry up, I really need a rubber. I'm about to go to school. The cashier's going to be like, what the hell are you doing in school? I have to rub things out quickly. So, you know, it's completely different. Different worlds, almost different languages. The languages are evolving in their own way, but I'm just happy we can still understand each other. Americans and the British, we can still understand each other. But at times, some things are very, very different. Same thing with the other thing I taught you guys. To bum a fag. I taught you guys this one. To bum a fag, what that means in American and what that means in British. In British, this sentence is okay. In British, to bum a fag means to borrow a cigarette. That's it. When you bum a fag, that means you're borrowing a cigarette. That's it. In American English, to bum a fag means it means to have anal sex with a homosexual. It means anal sex with a homosexual. So to bum a fag, that sentence, two completely different meanings depending on what country you're in. So you have to know this stuff. I'm probably also going to give a lesson on maybe next week I can squeeze this in. We're going to do American English versus British English, like counterclockwise versus anti-clockwise, block of flats versus an apartment building, lift versus elevator. All those things would be very useful for you guys. I think that'll be another real useful lesson, because there's some things British people say to me and I'm like, are you seriously saying that to me right now? But they don't mean any harm. They just don't understand, okay? It's very interesting. Now let's get to a few more. We still have another 19 minutes. Next one we're going to go to, not run out. We did that one. Save up. We did that one. Sell out. We did that one. Set off. Let's do that. To set off. Boże. To set off. What does it mean to set off? We're going to set off tomorrow. We are going to set off. What does it mean to set off? We're going to set off tomorrow on a whole new blah, 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 blah. To depart. Yes. To have a departure or to depart. So many meanings. Take a guess by my face, what I'm going to tell you. Rock the party, to set off. Well, it could be to start as well. So let's get with the first definition. To depart, it means to leave. So let's say I wanted to go on some new voyage tomorrow. I wanted to go on a journey. I could say tomorrow I set off for the mountains. I'm setting off for the mountains tomorrow. I'll be climbing mountains and doing crazy stuff and playing with goats in the mountains. I'm setting off tomorrow. That means I'm leaving tomorrow. Also by water. They use this a lot when you get in a boat and you go by water. So you can say, when does the boat set off? Oh, the boat sets off at 8 o'clock. That means the boat leaves at 8 o'clock. So this is all about traveling, a journey, a voyage, all that stuff, a vacation. All of them are slightly different. I can also teach that in another lesson. But seriously, those words, I know a lot of you are curious about the difference between a journey and a voyage and all this stuff. But in the end, unless you're trying to be an interpreter for the United Nations or some kind of professional translator or something, it's the last thing you need to know, because it's not that important. We use those words a lot in many different ways. It is not important. I can say I'm still on my journey in Russia. I'm still on my vacation in Russia. I'm still on my voyage in Russia. All that stuff works. It doesn't really matter. So don't think too much into that stuff, okay? So to set off basically means to go or to start something, okay? To activate an alarm. Oh, and also to set off, yeah. To set off means to work, to start working, but not for anything. To set off could, like when a bomb explodes. So if I put 1 minute for the bomb to explode, that means the bomb is going to set off in 1 minute. Same thing with the alarm clock. When the alarm clock sets off, that means it's going or whatever sound it makes in your ear. That means it basically starts working at that time. It starts making noise, or in a way kind of explodes, because it's like a loud explosion of noise. That's the set off. So when you set off the detonator, you are blowing up the bomb with the remote. Yeah, it happens. Activate an alarm. Yes, I love Blinsky even more after some lessons. Set off on a journey. Yeah, set off on a journey. We're setting off on a new journey tomorrow. We're going to China. We're going to play basketball and be the only black people. All right, there you go. Let's get to another one. We got set off, settle down, settle down. Yeah, let's learn settle down. A lot of people try to get me to settle down, but I'm too lazy. Now, what does it mean to settle down? This one also has a lot of definitions. What does it mean to settle down? Feel somebody up. To settle down. That's one. That is one. Try to get him to settle down. That's one. That's one definition. So, for example, I can say, why are you screaming so much, man? Settle down. That means relax. Calm down. Stop screaming. Especially for children. When children, like, hey, settle down, young man. You're going crazy. You're pissing me off. That's telling him to relax by saying, settle down. But now there's another definition for settle down when it comes to a person changing their life. When like, hey man, I think you need to settle down. To choose one girl, there you go. Oh my God, who said it like that? Of course it's Yana. It's basically to choose one girl and not have a lot of girls, or to choose one man and not have a lot of men. When you settle down, it means it could be to make a family, but it's more about to be with one person and take that one person seriously. That's to settle down. But it could also be used to stop doing drugs, to stop going out drinking. It also means to get your life together. So it could be get in a serious relationship, or it could be used to say get your life together. So let's say I can say I used drugs for 10 years straight, but then I decided to settle down and I put my life together and I stopped doing drugs. Once I settled down and I started doing what I needed to do, life got a whole lot better for me. So there's a lot for settle down, okay? So it makes one relax, get your life together. And yes, that one too, to establish in a new place. So basically, I'm settled down here in Novosibirsk, Russia. I'm kind of settling down here. I'm getting comfortable, so to say. I'm getting comfortable. Sorry. I'm getting comfortable. So when you settle down somewhere, that means you're getting used to the place. you're planning on staying for some time. You don't want to really just up and leave. That's to settle down, get used to. So there's a lot for settle down. I'm starting to think there's another one for settle down. Someone said settle down could be used for when you come to a deal. That's to settle. That's just to settle. You don't need down for that at all. If you reach an agreement with someone, especially with money, you could say, we settled for $500,000, or we settled for $2 every day for the next year. So you don't need down for that. That one is to just settle. So lawyers try to settle all the time when they're having cases and stuff. If they're losing, they try to settle so they don't have to pay a whole bunch of money if they actually just lose in the end of the trial. Okay, could be used. Can it be get used to? Settle down to get used to? No, I don't think so. To have a quieter way of life. Yes, a calmer way of life. Just like you tell someone to calm down. Is it several? Well, depending on the definition. Thank you. I'll get to that. Depending on the definition. So let's start with the calm down definition. When you want someone to calm down and stop screaming, it is non-separable. You just say, settle down. Stop screaming. Please settle down. We need you to settle down. Non-separable. When it comes to relationships, like a new boyfriend or girlfriend, yeah, non-separable as well when it's with the relationship and getting your life together is non-separable. But it is separable when it comes to you in a new location. It is separable when it comes to you in a new location. I can say, my wife is settling us down here in Novosibirsk. Or my brother's coming. I'm going to settle him down in the center of Novosibirsk city. I'm going to settle him down immediately in this city. Okay? So it's really only separable when it's about location, your location. So if my wife came, I'm going to settle her down immediately in my apartment. She's not going anywhere else. If I had a wife, she came to the city I was in, I'm going to settle her down immediately in my apartment. She's not going anywhere. And she better settle down when she gets here, because if she screams and go crazy, I'm going to go crazy, and I'm not going to want to live with her, okay? May I say, I try to settle him down. He's saying, no, I'm trying to get him to settle down. I'm trying to get him to settle down. I settled down. I settled down in this new country. I settled down. She might be my lover. She might. She makes me want no other. She don't give me love to strip. She wants to go. I never met a girl like you. Wants me to settle down. Yes, and in those lyrics, that means she wants me to only be with her, unless you add the fuck. Settle the fuck down. Yeah, you can add the fuck, or you can also add your ass. Settle your ass down. Yeah, you can do that. Oh, that's Trey Songz? Damn, you like black on the inside, Jick. God, she's black on the inside. Yana, you're Ukrainian? What part of Ukraine are you from? I'm curious. All right, let me get to one more that I can get to your questions, or we can do something fun while I wait for Yana to let me know if she's from Ukraine, because I'm curious. Last one is to tell off. To tell off. Tell off. Storta. What does it mean to tell off? This one is separable, because you can tell someone off. That's common. A lot of people say, you should tell him off because he's rude. What does it mean to tell off? To settle in? Just to settle. Yeah, when you settle in, that's about a place. That's only about a place. To rebuke, to reprove. Basically, yeah, I'm Russian. Oh, конечно. To rebuke or to reprove, well, basically, to yell at someone. To yell at someone. That's when you tell them off. When you yell at someone because they did something wrong. That's to tell them off. Vladivostok, okay, if you're in Vladivostok now, for you, it's definitely Tuesday. So let's say, for example, if I'm a guy and I had a girlfriend, if I cheat on her, she's going to tell me off. She's going to yell at me and say, you shouldn't cheat on me. You're an asshole. You're stupid. You hurt my feelings. You don't deserve to live anymore. I'm probably going to kill you when you go to sleep. That's telling someone off. That's basically yelling at them because they did something bad. That's telling them off. And usually you want them to go away afterwards. That's to tell someone off. Cancel telling, no. To explain, no, not really. Between employer and employee? I don't know. I don't see what that has to do with it. Anybody can tell anyone else off. Anybody can tell anyone off. A kid can tell off their parents. A parent can tell off their kid. Not saying they should, But I'm saying anyone can tell anyone else off as long as the person to speak angrily towards, yes. Because when you tell off, you have to tell off someone. You know that it's transitive. There has to be an object there. You can't say, I told off. Doesn't work. I tell off. No, you have to tell someone off. I told Andre off because he's an asshole. Or I told my wife off because she was being a bitch. Anything like that works, but you need an object. You need someone to actually tell off because it doesn't work when you say it by itself. I tell off. It doesn't work that way. Okay? So it's separable. I told my wife off, but it's also transitive. I'm telling off my wife. Okay? So you need an object and you can separate it. All right? Excellent. Now that we have 8 minutes left, I usually like to answer questions or do something fun, or even better yet, you guys can help me with ideas for the next upcoming classes. Because I noticed a lot of you maybe want me to teach certain things that I haven't taught yet, but it's great for you to give me your ideas now because when you, yes, it's separable. When you give me your ideas, I can consider the best ones and then I can do it. So are there any sort of lessons you guys think I should have? I know a lot of you really enjoy the episodes where we watch videos and stuff. No, it's not about changing. It's about teaching other things. I need to know what are the topics you guys might want to learn about. Maybe you want to learn about homophones, or maybe you want to learn about advanced vocabulary, crazy English. Yes, we're going to do crazy English again. That's one with the videos. We're going to do crazy English again. Everyone loved that. Maybe you guys might want to learn old English that we don't use anymore. And of course, I'm going to do another common mistakes that Russians make. That one's very popular. It's one of my favorite lessons to give, but it's a good one to give. A lot of slang. Yeah, I could do slang. I do slang sometimes already. So if you guys have any ideas, now the time. I'd love to hear it from you. I'd love to just hear it. Just let me know what you guys think, how we could do this. Any ideas, I'd love to hear it. I'm here to teach you, so if you give me the ideas, I'd love it because I'd be giving you exactly what you want, okay? Tell her off. To make a lesson on movie industry. On movie industry? What would that be about? I don't understand that one. To make a lesson on the movie industry. I don't know how I can make that into an English lesson. Let's preparation, please. IELTS. Oh, you mean IELTS? IELTS? IELTS preparation? Yeah, I'm an actor. Advanced vocabulary. British accent, I don't know it. I don't know the British accent. But IELTS preparation might be a good idea. You know, I'd like to listen to kind of getting music, but not just about one phrase, but the lyrics of one. You wrote me that today. Yeah, you wrote me that today. I read it. Mustard on the beat, ho. Okay. I would have to pick popular songs only. Only popular songs because I need songs that everyone knows. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Music, okay. Right time, I guess. I'm asking an American. I just came here to see the lesson and get a chance to talk to you. All right, if you're an American and you have any ideas or lessons I can give, let me know. What does screw up or screw it mean? Well, they're completely different. When you say screw, when someone is a screw up or something is screwed up, that means it's not the way it should be. It's bad. So if someone is screwed up, they kind of ruin their life or their life isn't good. And if you say screw it, that's like forget it. Like I don't want to do it. No, forget it. Screw it. Common mistakes, that's the most desirable. Yes. Drama class. I don't know about drama class. I would like to have a lesson with those funny videos. Yes, we're going to do that. That's crazy English. We're going to do that again next week. Stavropol, I've been there so many times. I don't know if I'm going to go there again. Have a lot of close friends there, but I don't think I am. About ride and lift. Is it true that Brits tell you something like, I can give you a ride? It would be about having sex and giving. Yes, there's a difference between British and American. Giving someone a ride in British English is sexual. Giving someone a ride in American English isn't sexual. It's just driving them in your car. They are very different. Yes, I can give you a lift. Yeah. If you want to ride somebody in British English, that's only sexual. Differences between Russian and American cultures. That's not really an English lesson, but maybe. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. All right, you see, maybe I'll talk to the organizers, and maybe we could have another day where we do something that's not really, it's a little different from this. it won't really be me teaching English, but it'll be me talking about a subject the whole time. I'll just be talking about a topic, but not teaching so much English. So we'll have a topic, maybe something in the news. I will talk to you guys about it. You ask me your questions. We'll go back and forth talking about this topic for like an hour. There won't be that many people there, but I don't think there'll be that many people there, but it's more just a topic where to discuss things. Instead of just learning, we're just discussing and we learn from each other. Kama Sutra with Flochko. I don't think that's happening. Have you ever been to Astana? No, no Astana. Let's see. Visit us, por favor. I don't know where you are, por favor. Edgar Screw. Que quieres, amigo Madi? Por favor, que? I think that means please in Spanish. Por favor. I think so. Por favor. And we have another 2 minutes, guys. So I guess thank you for your suggestions. That's what you guys have. Now I guess, yeah, in Spanish. Now I guess since we have nothing more to say, I guess we could do one more funny thing before we go. Maybe we could watch an interesting video. Let me find something interesting. And then we try to describe the video that we just saw. I know this was something funny. Okay, how long is this? Okay, you guys might find this cute. This is a brand new video. What the hell is this? Hold on, I'm looking at it. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay, we're gonna watch this video and see what you guys think of it. Смотри. That was pretty damn funny. Those were fake ducks. Those were fake ducks and shit. And the guy squeezed one duck, and then he squeezed all the ducks together, and they all sound like a duck army. All right. So thank you guys for coming. It's been another great lesson with you guys. I'm tired as hell. Time for me to go to sleep. You all know my contacte, vk.com/Flochko, YouTube, youtube.com/Flochko, Instagram, instagram.com/Flochko. Facebook is facebook.com/drFlochko, like Dr. Flochko, okay? But everything else is just Flochko. And I thank you guys for coming. I'll see what I can do. Next Thursday will definitely be, what's next Thursday? Idioms. Next Thursday will be idioms. Then a week after that, we're going to have we're going to have a whole week of crazy English because you guys love crazy English. Next week's going to be all crazy English. So I'll catch you guys in about 3 days. Don't be racist. See you guys soon. Later. Thanks for coming. Paca. How do I say it in Spanish? Adios. Yeah, adios.